My stepmom demanded I pay $800 rent to live in the house my grandparents left me, so I evicted her 2 freeloading kids, and took my life back. She thought she was giving me an ultimatum. She had no idea she was sitting in my kitchen, in my house, trying to charge me to be her maid. I was 22, working part-time at Starbucks, taking online classes, and doing basically every chore. My mom died when I was a kid. My grandparents stepped in, raised me with my dad, and we all lived in their 4-bedroom house. After mom died, dad remarried fast. My stepmom moved in with her son and daughter, and she took over everything. First it was comments, then moving furniture, then throwing out my mom's things, then somehow I became the built-in servant. By 12, I was cooking, cleaning, and scrubbing baseboards while her son worked on gaming and her daughter focused on school between shopping and filming. What I didn't know until recently was the part that changed everything. When my grandparents died, they legally put the house in my name. Dad knew. He never told me. My stepmom didn't know. The night it blew up, I came home from an 8-hour shift and started making dinner because nobody else could be bothered. My stepmom sat at the island, watched me cook, and said, "We need to discuss your living situation." Then she hit me with it. $800 a month rent, plus utilities, while I kept helping around the house. I asked, "Are your son and daughter paying too?" She dabbed her lips like she was on reality TV and said, "That's different. They're still establishing themselves." That was it. Years of dirty socks, passive-aggressive comments, and being treated like Cinderella snapped into focus. I called everyone to the table. She pitched her rent plan like she was the CEO. Her son was smirking. Her daughter was half recording it for drama. Then I said it. "I'm not paying rent. This house belongs to me." Silence. My stepbrother's fork stopped in the air. Then a strand of spaghetti slipped off it. Next, my stepsister's jaw dropped. My stepmom blinked once, then twice. Then they laughed. "Call dad," I said. She put him on speaker. "Tell her, the house is ours, right?" A pause. Then my dad said, "Your grandparents put the house in her name before they passed." The room changed. My stepmom stood so fast her chair scraped across the floor. "You knew? You never told me?" My stepbrother went pale. My stepsister stopped recording. I just sat there and watched the truth land. She tried to backpedal. "This is a misunderstanding. Forget the rent conversation." I smiled and said, "No, let's talk about your living situation." The next morning, I caught her on speaker trying to convince my dad to push me to an out-of-state college so she could keep living there. I recorded it. Then at breakfast, when she acted sweet, I used her own logic and offered her, her son, and her daughter a new deal. $1,200 each, plus utilities. Chaos, she screamed. The son choked on cereal. The daughter dropped her phone. I played the recording. Then she threatened me to my face. I recorded that too. I talked to a lawyer. My grandparents had the estate paperwork locked down. I served all 3 of them formal eviction notices. My stepmom tried lawyers, Facebook pity posts, and fake victim speeches. None of it worked. People who knew how she treated me started talking. Then she tried stealing my mom's jewelry while I was at work. I had already installed cameras. I called the police, filed a report, and gave the footage to my lawyer. After that, the panic got real. By the final deadline, she was still pretending she was choosing to leave. She called a family meeting and started a fake classy speech about taking the high road. Right in the middle of it, the movers I hired walked in. She froze. They packed everything under court instructions. She grabbed random stuff and called it heirlooms, including things she used to mock. Her son freaked out over his gaming setup. Her daughter cried over her filming backdrop. Half my stepmom's designer labels were peeling while they got boxed up. The sheriff's deputy did the final walkthrough. She tried one last lie. He pointed at my cameras and shut it down. Now the house is quiet. No screaming gaming sessions. No perfume cloud. No notes about the dishwasher. I turned my stepbrother's room into an office. My mom's best friend rents one spare room now, and she's helping me relearn mom's recipes and replace what got thrown away. Was I harsh? Maybe. Do I regret it? Not even a little. They tried to charge me rent in my own house. Now they pay for their own lives somewhere else.